What's up YouTube, it's Jordan. Welcome back to Jordan's Guitar Channel. I'm your host Jordan. Let's talk about the EVH 5150 EL34 50 watt. Whew, that's a lot. Okay, so let's tell the truth about this amp, okay? Now that opening clip you heard, I'm running a noise gate and I'm running a Freedom Buxton boost adjusting the EQ. Now this is a fantastic amp. It's a very versatile amp, but it needs some help. Depending on your guitar, your playing style, what tones you're looking for, what kind of musical genre you're into, this amp will pretty much do it all, but it needs some help from pedals, okay? So we'll start on the red channel. I'm gonna keep the noise gate on because this amp is just noisy without it, okay? That's one negative thing. So you're gonna have to have a noise gate. I'm turning off the boost pedal. Here's the tone without. Now you notice it's still tight, but it doesn't have as much clarity. The mids are a little bit wonky in a sense. I mean, it still sounds pretty good in a live band setting. Nobody would notice, but playing in your bedroom, recording, any type of that stuff, if you want a tighter, more aggressive sound, you're gonna have to run an overdrive or a boost into it. Now for you old timers that think, well, you don't need no more gain on that damn amp, it's not about running more gain. It's about boosting the mids and tightening up the amp. Like I said, the amp is pretty tight on its own, but it definitely needs a little bit of a boost. Get it? Hint, hint. So, that being said, we're going to run to the blue channel, which is the most controversial thing about this amp. I've got the gain cranked all the way up. Now, you notice it's kind of farting out a little bit. It's kind of mushy, it's not very tight. To me, it sounds sort of like a hot-rodded Marshall. Now, I don't have any type of documentation on this. This is my own theory, okay? This is something that I've theorized. That Eddie created this amp for the blue channel anyways, to have that hot-rodded JCM 800 type of sound, especially running with the EL34 power tubes. That's what's normally found in Marshalls. It does sound good for certain things. Now, a lot of people buy these amps just for metal, and when they play the blue channel, they find themselves pretty disappointed because it's not as tight and it's not as open as the 6L6 variants of the OG and the Stealth. And a lot of people do what's called a C137 mod. I'm not going to get into that here. I'm not against it by any means. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. It basically turns the blue channel into the blue channel on the 6L6 or a Stealth. That's all it does. Now, I personally like it because I don't just play metal. I play blues and jazz and classic rock. And the blue channel on this is great. for blues and classic rock. It sounds fantastic. Not so much on this guitar with the hot EMG headsets. Everything just sounds heavy, but it sounds pretty nice. It sounds pretty nice. Now you can run a boost in front of it, and I'll show you that. So here's without. It just sounds kind of muddy. With the boost, I mean, it's not bad. You know, it would make a pretty reasonable metal rhythm tone. So now we're going to move on to the green channel, which is the clean channel. I'm going to mess with the gain a little bit. So what's cool with the EVH amps is you have a gain control for not only the blue channel but the green channel as well, your clean channel. So with hotter pickups, you can actually crank the gain up and get some nice breakup on it. I like to run it about halfway, especially with hotter pickups, and you get a nice, clean, sustaining type of sound. Let's turn down that volume a little bit. Copyrighted, so I mean, but that gives you sort of an idea of what the clean channel will do. A few other things to mention: there's no reverb on this amp, which I don't know why. I've got the 606 behind my fat ass, which you can't see. It has reverb on it, and it sounds fantastic. I run a Keeley reverb, just this basic, whatever, and you can get a nice little. Nice bluesy tone. We'll just do a little bit of that because most of you came here to watch me play metal. But that's pretty much it. It is a fantastic amp. I highly recommend it if you're into more than one style of music. Honestly, I find the red channel on its own to be very, very versatile and more aggressive than the 606. Now, that's just my personal opinion, okay? You can come after me and get mad about it. I don't really care. But I think it sounds great. One last little trick, one thing that I like to do is I will run the red channel by itself for some rhythms. And then crank on the boost for some. So anyways, that's pretty much it, guys. Just want to make a short little video kind of giving you the rundown truth about this amp. If you're having trouble deciding between the OG, the 606, or the EL34, this kind of gives you more of an idea. I'm gonna do a video soon about the 606 combo. Great video. It's a very cool amp, and you can compare the two side by side. I don't have money to do the technology and all that stuff. This is a very simple channel that makes no money. But anyways, thanks for all who've come out and supported the channel. You wonderful comments, subscribing, liking, sharing the videos. That stuff really, really helps me out. It helps me to grow the channel. It tells YouTube, hey, we want to see more of this. And some of you may not want to see more of this. I've had a few dislikes, which is cool, man. But for those who, I want to say you love me, you probably don't, but I'm so glad you come out and watch the channel and help me out. This is such therapeutic for me and so much fun to play and help people and give information. So anyways, gripes, complaints, comments, whatever, leave them down below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, please. Help me grow this thing. And much metal, much love, and much peace. I've been Jordan. You've been YouTube. See you soon, guys.